Dom, as your first main event, has there been anything in this build-up that surprised you? For example, I feel like everyone has dissected every answer you've given in interviews 1,000 ways. Like, I'm an athlete. It's like it's been thrown back in your face 1,000 times. Has that surprised you?
It has a bit. Like, now all of a sudden you can't say anything without, 10,000 experts telling you exactly how you should have answered it or whatever. Like, that's it. It's been interesting. It definitely has.
Do you never get tempted to just sort of lean into it and just look directly into the camera and be like, I'm the only athlete in the UFC? Because if you want to, that would be great for my headlines and thumbnail. That would be fantastic.
No, I've thought about it. I've thought about trolling the trolls, to be honest. Like, just saying wild shit and just to get an emotional response out of them. I mean, but I don't know, man.
Do you ever, like, I don't know if you'd be this sort of guy, but sometimes I can't, if someone makes a joke at your expense and it's a good one, you can't help but laugh, right? So
absolutely.
It's like yesterday at the athletes panel, all the comments were just like, there's only one athlete up there and it's Dominick Reyes. Like, do you enjoy that sort of stuff at least? Is that a silver lining to it all?
No, I mean, it's fun, right? It's fun for everyone involved. I think it's funny. Yeah, it's silly, bro. It's just silly online shenanigans, really. And it is what it is, man.
Do you think he's helped those shenanigans by sort of like everything you say, he just tries to belittle as something silly and immature and he helps get the people on his side, right?
Just look at the panel yesterday. He was like, if you're a John Jones fan, I brought you gifts. Go on this side of the room. Like, he's 100% pandering to the audience. He's doing everything he can to, look like the good guy or the hero in the story. And cool, man. Do what you gotta do. But it's not gonna save you from this whooping.
We'll get into the in-cage stuff in a second, but I know you know what to expect from him in the cage, or like you're prepared to do.
Oh, yeah.
But has there been anything outside the cage that he's done to you, the way he's acted to you or said to you, that you have been surprised about? Like, I didn't expect him to go this way almost.
No, I know with John, there's no limits. He doesn't care. He's gonna go as far as he has to go in order to feel like he gets something out of you. I've seen him do it, multiple times. I wasn't surprised when he started, trash talking my hometown and just going, a little bit below the belt, but whatever, man.
His last few fights have been a bit, some would say, underwhelming. Do you buy the argument that his best days are behind him, perhaps related to some USADA stuff, or do you think he's one of those guys who he fights to the level of his opponent, and sometimes he's good enough that he can just sort of think, I'll just coast through this one? Which sort of way do you lean based on his last few performances?
I lean on the way that he just wants to win and he doesn't care how he gets it. If he has to be safe and just pick you apart, he will. If he feels like you're pressuring him winning, he'll do some wild shit. I mean, he'll do anything to win, literally.
Like knee in the head on the ground to Anthony Smith, that sort of stuff.
I mean, he's looking for an advantage any way he can get it, and he'll win. However, he'll take it. I mean, I can't say he meant to do that to Anthony Smith. I think he did that out of frustration because Anthony was just sitting on the floor. But yeah, he just wants to win, man.
Do you, when you look at John Jones and his career and stuff like that, at this point it's almost about like finding the one or two things that someone hasn't tried on him yet, right? I would feel, and I think a lot of people think, someone who runs at him for the first 5 minutes and really applies a lot of pressure. I'm not trying to give away a game plan here, Don, but would that be something you've at least looked at and thought, well, no one's tried to just get out there and get into him?
Yes and no. Okay, so it has to be a combination of a lot of different things. You can't just run at him. He's competent, he's got counters, he's gonna do his thing, and then you're gonna run yourself onto a knockout in the first 5 minutes. Like, that's not a good look. So it has to be calculated. Everything has to be calculated. It can't just be reckless abandon, and it can't just be safe. It has to be a combination.
Thank you very much, man. I hope, if you win, I hope you say into the microphone, that's how athletes do it, or something like that, and troll the trolls.
I'm gonna troll the trolls.